Hey guys, Cal here, and today I'm here with the brand new 2024 Lexus TX 350 all-wheel drive. Before we get started, I wanted to do a quick shout out to Bob Johnson Lexus for letting me use this vehicle to review for you guys. I'll have all their info in the description below, but without further ado, let's get into the review. Okay guys, so before we get into the review, I wanted to cover one of the biggest questions around the TX, and everybody wonders where it fits in Lexus's lineup. So you have UX as their smallest SUV, you have the NX right above that. Above that you have the RX and the RZ. That is where the TX fits in, right above that. And then the only two SUVs above the TX is the GX and the full-size Lexus LX. All right, guys, so we're going to start by taking a look at the front end of the TX here. Now, I really like this new futuristic grille design that they're doing. It has this sort of body color painted look over the front grille, and then you have that silver bright trim right there. You have that beautiful chrome Lexus logo right in the middle. And then you have these bi-LED headlamps and the LED fog lights down below. And of course, your LED turn signals. All right, now taking a look under the hood, you do have the 2.4 liter turbocharged four-cylinder. It's good for 275 horsepower and 317 pound-foot of torque. According to Motor Trend, it'll do 0 to 60 in 7.7 seconds. Now, you do have the option of just the 2.4 liter on its own, like you see here, or you have the option of the 2.4 liter four-cylinder with the hybrid combined. You have that option as well. And then you also have the 3.5 liter V6 as an option. And according to the window sticker, it's good for 20 miles to the gallon in the city, 26 miles to the gallon on the highway, and 23 miles to the gallon combined. All right, guys, so taking a look at the side of the Lexus TX 350, you'll see that we do have the 20-inch painted alloy wheels down below. They are wrapped in the Goodyear assurances, and those are a 255, 55, 20 for your tire size on all four. On the side mirror, you do have your LED turn signal indicator as well as your blind spot on the rear side of the mirror. And I really like this because it's hard to find in a car manufacturer nowadays. You have your passive entry on all four door handles of the car. So if you're coming out of the grocery store or the gym, you got your bags in hand, you're trying to toss something in the back seat, no need to grab your keys or hit the front door handle. Come right to your back door handle just like that, open it right up. And one last thing I wanted to point out on the exterior of the TX 350, this seems to be common with a lot of Lexuses and Toyotas alike, but if I'm at my fuel door at the gas station and I have forgotten to unlock my fuel door before I have gotten out of my car, I will have to walk all the way from the fuel door all the way back to the front of my car, open it up, hit the fuel door button to the left of the steering wheel, and then my fuel door is open. And it does say in here, premium unleaded fuel only, and it also gives you the reminder, don't put diesel in this car because it's not a diesel. I did want to note that this Cloudburst Gray is a $500 premium paint option as they have it listed on the window sticker. And then the nice crossbars on your roof up here, I really like these because they're versatile. You can throw something up there if you guys are going to go Christmas tree shopping or whatever in this thing. It's really nice to have that up there. All right, guys, so we're at the back side of the Lexus TX 350, and you'll see these really beautiful LED tail lamps that run around the whole rear of the car. And I love this new Lexus rebrand that has gone away with the Lexus symbol and has that new Lexus lettering. I think that looks really sharp back here. You also have your LED turn signals and your LED reverse lights in the back here. And then it also does have a little kick sensor for the door. So if I go just like that, this one actually works well compared to the Chrysler Pacifica I did a few weeks ago. That one was hard to get. This one, very, very responsive, works just like it should. Lexus charge cables? They give you charge cables through your phone. Look at this. Branded floor mats. Look at this. A cargo net for your tennis balls. Dude, I need a Lexus now. I love it. All right, guys, so now we've made it to the trunk of the TX 350, and with the third row up, it does look a little bit bigger back here than what I remember in, say, something like the GMC Acadia. I remember after you put those third row seats up, it got a little tight back here. But it is a decent size. They got a little 12-volt plug over here. And then they do include, it is a Lexus first aid kit back here. We opened up the trunk and saw that. That was really cool to see. They've even got Lexus branded charge cables for the kids. Now to fold these seats down, they are not a power folding seat. You do have to fold them down manually. So to do that, you hit your little switch on the right side here, just like that. Luckily these the little headrests here, they do fold down automatically as soon as you push them forward, just like that. And then you've got that full trunk behind the second row. And you got your little buttons here to lock the door open or have it open or close right there. And then they also have a little diagram here. Don't put your fingers in the door because they might get chopped off if you do so. All right, guys, so we've made it to the second row of the TX here, and you will see there's a little handle down here you can grab in order to move this second row seat forward or back, depending on which passengers need more leg space. So I really like that. And then in order to get into the third row, you're gonna grab this little handle down here. It's gonna allow you to move the chair forward just like that. And I really like that Lexus is giving us this nice wide kick sill down here, so I can step onto that in order to get into the third row, just like this. And now I am 6'2", so this third row is gonna be a little tight back here. So my knees, as of right now, are hard pressed against the back of the second row here. So if my second row passenger is nice enough, they will move their chair forward for me to give me some more leg space back here. But you do have your USB chargers back here, as well as your cup holders on the side. And then you do have your little air vents and your own personal little light back here as well. All right, guys, so I've made it out of the third row, and I'm now in the second row of the TX 350 here. And if you're a second row passenger, it's a pretty luxurious place to be because you have your manual powered sunshade right here that you can pull over your window. Much like the third row passengers, you do have your own little light you can click on for yourself here, as well as your own air vent that you can also shut off. And then in the center here, we do have the climate control. I can turn the fan speed for us rear passengers up and down right there. I can turn it completely off or raise or lower the temp. And then we also do have those little USB phone chargers down below for the second row passengers, as well as a small little cubby down there to maybe throw some change or chapsticks, things like that. Got your little cubbies on the back of the seats to toss even more stuff. And these seats back here also, I wanted to quickly note, in the second row and the first row, they are so comfy and supportive. This leather is so soft. And on the door panel here, you do have some more of that soft leather, as well as your lock and unlock button, your window switch, and some strange looking door handles, which we'll get to those a little bit later. And then you also have a little cubby right down below to toss some more of your things. All right, guys, now getting into the front seat of the Lexus TX 350, I just wanted to mention these door handles again. I just wanted to state how tiny these are. Like, you can almost barely get a single finger in there, let alone, you know, it's not like a door handle you can grab like normal. It's just so small and so hard to get into there that I just think that if you're a busy person and you're getting in and out of the car all day, this is going to be a very tedious and cumbersome door handle to use over the course of the day. So now we've made it to the front seat of the TX 350 here, and you will find this beautiful, very soft leather like we have found pretty much everywhere else in the car wrapped around the steering wheel. That leather also extends to the center section of the steering wheel. And on your steering wheel, you also do have your little controls for your driver information center on the left side of the wheel right there. You have your back button to get out of messages that appear up on the dash. You have your phone call buttons and your Siri buttons also on the left side of the wheel, as well as your volume adjusters. And then on the right side of the steering wheel, you'll find your adaptive cruise control. And I really like this. Lexus allows you to choose adaptive cruise control or regular cruise control. And then you have your lane keep assist button right there. And then you also have the ability to get over to your Bluetooth or go back to, say, Sirius radio right from the steering wheel. And then a little button to skip through the songs on your playlist or go to your next favorite station. And then one last thing I want to include that I really like about the TX 350, because this isn't necessarily a fully loaded one or anything, but it is a luxury car in general. So it does have the little power fold mirror option, so when you are pulling into the car wash with your car wash membership in your Lexus TX 350, you will be able to fold your mirrors in to make sure they don't get damaged. All right, guys, so moving off of our steering wheel and over to our radio, you will see just to the right side of your stop-start button, you do have your whole radio setup right here. So when you're on your music app, you will see you have your AM, FM, your Sirius. All that is going to be routed through here, as well as your Bluetooth music. And I did want to bring up as well, you do have the option for your wireless Apple CarPlay and your wireless Android Auto in the TX350, much like a lot of the other Toyota and Lexus lineup. And then up top, you do have your navigation button. If you do want to pay for some onboard navigation, you'll have that right up top. Third option down below here, you will have your favorites, your contacts, your recents. You even have the option to have your text messages read out to you in the phone menu. Then you have the settings for your drive modes, your driving assist settings, and your trip information, all that good stuff in the fourth option down here. And then at the fifth button, all the way at the bottom, you will see a lot of the general settings for the car. So you can manage your Bluetooth devices, the general settings of the car, the Wi-Fi, and all that other good stuff in there. All right, guys, and a quick touch of your climate controls down below. You do have a digital readout right in the center of your dial. So I really like that. It's a really fancy look. It's a really cool touch. I really, really like that. Sort of like what we've seen in some of the Audis and like the brand new Ford Mach-E. So that's a really nice touch in here. You have all your adjustments for the climate control. You have your fan speed right there. You got your rear defrosters. You got your front defroster right there. And then you have your heated seats and your heated steering wheel. And then you bring that up, you can take a look at some other settings for your climate control. And then if you hit this button right here, I can control the front climate control, or I can hit this to change how warm it is in the back seat for the kids. All right, guys, so we're going down the whole center tunnel here. Now, I really like this. This is your wireless charging for your phone, so you can set your phone there, and then if you don't want to look at your phone, you can push that away, hide it, and then that exposes another little storage cubby down here. You have 3 USB chargers right up here, and then these little cup holders here, which they do fit a nice large venti iced latte from Starbucks just perfectly. But if you don't want cup holders, you want more storage, you can hit this little unlock button inside of the cup holder and pull it out just like that. And I can now turn this into a massive storage cubby. And then your gear shifter here in the middle. Wanted to cover this real quick. On this, you do have your off-road mode button right there. You can hit that. And then you do have what I'm assuming is a hill descent control button right there. You can hit that if you guys are out on the trail with your beautiful TX350. And then you do have your button for the auto stop start off. Now, I did want to cover this gear shifter real quick because I have to admit I'm not really a fan of this. I don't think it's really that user friendly. In order to put it in drive, I was sitting in the parking lot for like a minute and a half trying to figure out how to put this thing into drive. I kept putting my foot on the brake and hitting down, and it is just doing absolutely nothing. In order to finally put it into gear, I switched it over to the left and then went down. Now it's in drive. In order to go into reverse, I have to go over to the left again, push it up. Now we're in reverse. And then to get it into park, you have to hit the little P button right there, and that will put us back into park. All right, guys, and I wanted to cover one last thing up front here. We have our storage cubby in the center here. It does have that nice soft Lexus leather on it, so it feels really good to the touch. Now, if I do want to throw something in really quick, I can just open one side and throw something in, or I can open both sides and got that nice wide opening up top. And it is a really deep storage cubby up here. I mean, I'm almost able to sort of like fit my whole forearm in there. I mean, I would say that maybe you can even fit like a small purse or a small handbag, something like that in here. So it is a really, really deep, nice storage cubby up here. All right, guys, and one last thing I want to cover on the inside for us here is this little garage door integration. You can hook up to 3 garage doors up to this thing. So I like it because when you press it, it displays this little house button telling you it's sending the signal out to your garage door. So I like how they've integrated that, made that a little more modern looking for us. Of course, for the sunglass wearers, Lexus did think of you. You have your little sunglass storage up top. And then this, I really like this. I think it's a really classy way to integrate this too. Lexus, as always, doing things the classy way. When you open your little visor mirror up, your little light on the roof of the car comes on. It's not actually on the visor itself. So I think that's just a really classy touch, just to be able to shut that, light shuts off. open it back up and it just comes back on. I just love the way they've done that in here. Here we are behind the driver's seat of the TX 350, and one thing I wanted to say is the pickup in this thing is very stout. It does have that 275 horsepower turbocharged 4-cylinder up front, and like I said earlier, Motor Trend does quote this at a 7.7 second 0 to 60. And so it's got great pickup. The sound deadening in here is great. I almost hear really almost no road noise in this thing. So really quiet interior cabin. Of course, that's something you would want in a luxury car. The steering feels pretty good. It's pretty direct, but I will say it's a little numb. You can't really feel what the front wheels are doing too well, but it is fairly direct and sporty feeling, but it does still have that sort of numb feeling. And I will say the chassis tuning in this is really good. It just, it's nice because when you're going around a curve or something, you can feel the bumps or any sort of imperfections in the road that you're hitting, but you don't really feel it, if that makes sense. You know it's there, but the car doesn't really let you feel it. So it communicates what's going on the road to you well, but you don't really have to feel it. So I think it's great chassis tuning in this. And like I said, the pickup is great, and it's just this, even the seats in here are so comfortable. I feel like I could take this on a 5-hour road trip up to the mountains, and I would still be just as comfortable as I am now. My lower back feels great. The bottom of the chair feels great. I love the feeling in here. All right, guys, I wanted to thank you for tuning in to my review of the Lexus TX 350. I just wanted to do one more quick shout out to Bob Johnson Lexus. Thank you very much again, guys, for letting me use this for this review. Of all their info in the description below if you are interested in this specific TX 350 or any other TX. And if you guys are interested in seeing more content just like this, I have car videos all over on the channel if you guys want to go check those out. Subscribe to the channel now to see more reviews just like this in the future. Leave a like on the video and comment below. What do you think of the TX 350 and would you consider purchasing one? I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.